Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, we're going to be cleaning up this little peanut here. Just a quick cleanup is all we're going to do. See, it's got some surface rust on it. I got this in the TSA box of knives from Kentucky. Got a case. Peanut. Look at there. No pin cracks. There's no pin cracks in it whatsoever. It looks good. And this, I don't know what year it is. I think it's in 2010s because I see an X up top. So if there's a 1X up top, I don't know how many is down below the case there. It is rusted up. But we finna go over there and clean this thing up real quick. It's gonna look good. We don't have to do anything to the handles. We're just gonna clean out the inside, and we're gonna get that surface rust off them blades. It's CV steel. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here is that knife up close. You just got some surface rust is all you got. It's in great shape. We got to clean out the inside, and that's what we'll do right now since we got it over here. We'll just use good little old screwdrivers. I love to use these to work on knives. Look at all that junk. And go ahead and get right there too. Pick that up and try to get underneath that blade if there's anything. I don't see anything, so. And also right back here behind the blade. Then I like to tilt the blade back to extend the spring all the way out as far as it can and go along the side here. But these look good. They look real good. So we're just gonna hit it real quick though, just for GP. All right, I think it's ready for the fiber wheel now, guys. Hey guys, here are some of my peanuts in my collection here. Remember, this one was the one that got sent in. It's a 65 to 70 or 64 to 69, whichever one you want to call it. There's no dots right there, but that thing is great carbon steel. I actually cleaned it up, and this shield come off, the front cover plastic yellow composition come off. It looked like it's been at a display where the handle material just shrunk up because it's supposed to look like that, but it was in the sun. Anyway, all that come off, and I super glued it, and it just turned out really good, guys. And that's my oldest one I have. It's 64 all the way through, or end of 64, which is, it's kind of, the book is kind of confusing. Sometimes it says 65 to 70, sometimes it says 64 to 69, or through 69. This was made at the beginning of 65 and went all the way through 69, so put it that way. But that's it right there. Great snap. This is a great little knife here. It's called the Peanut. And the reason is, it's got like, it looks like it's got a kind of a waistline, meaning it's kind of bigger up here and bigger down here, meaning it looks like a peanut. There's a stag one right here. Beautiful piece. I bought this up in Thomaston. No, I didn't. I bought this at the Colette Country Store. It was
nice. Genuine stag peanut.
Oh, okay.
You can't beat that price.
I know.
But I guarantee you that thing's probably selling.
It's 90-something bucks.
Huh?
It's about 94 bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is one of those that have been here for a while, and that's the original price. Now it's selling. Somebody come in and buy that.
Right.
Sell it for more. If you want one, I got one there unwrapped, or you can have one that's unwrapped.
Let's see it.
That's probably the one.
That's the one right there. Right. So you got two that's not wrapped, or wrapped up, still sealed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And let me see that fixed blade right there. All right. We'll trade one. Okay. And call it even on that lock. Okay. And I might buy the other one if you give it to me at that price.
What did you say you wanted to see?
The fixed blade.
Oh yeah.
It was sealed up, and I realized I didn't have one in my display case for a stag peanut. I opened it up, and this is what it was. I was going to leave it sealed for a long time, but couldn't help it, guys. I had to open it on up. Now, this one here I bought up in Butler, Georgia, with Knoxman. So you changed your mind and went with the green one, right? Green. We want to see if you got the box. We want the green one, and I want to look at the box on the red one right there.
The red one too?
Can I see it real quick? That's a pretty, and I want to see the box if you don't mind. That's a pretty bone. Let's see what color red that is. Dark red. GP. Yeah, I'll get it. He bought a little green one, and I got this one here. Or I bought him a little green one. And I bought me this one here. I just love that bone right there. It's pretty bone. And this one here is a camouflage. That's a great little knife there. I forgot where I got this one from. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 2013. You know, I was bidding on the 2-blade of this the other day. That thing went for like 152 bucks. Couldn't believe that. And this one here, Mr. D.I. Dave gave me here. It's got the cross on it. Ow. You got to be careful. It just got me right there. Thing's sharp now. That's got that old white bone. It's got that cross right there. And that was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 23. Mr. D.I. Dave, he gave me that. Now, I didn't see what year this was. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 22. Very cool. Well, look at that baby doll right there. Ain't that beautiful? Look at that. awesome, man. That thing cleaned up good, y'all. And it is a 2017. There's 3 X's right there. I've even polished up the blades some. Got all the rust off of them. But it's a 3220. 3 is for yellow composition. The first number in the pattern number for case is always the handle material, and 3 is for yellow composition. 2 is for the number of blades, and 20 is the peanut pattern. Again, looks like it's got a little bitty waist right there, and it looks like a little bitty peanut right there. You know what? But guys, Case Brothers was known to have made some, and W.R. Case & Son made them every era that they've been open. And they've been pretty consistent. They've always made this knife, and it's just enough knife for anything you want it to do. There's carvers that really like this knife because it's got the small blades, and you can get really detailed with your carving. You know, it's a good Sunday carry. It's just a good overall EDC. It's friendly on the pocket. You can't go wrong with carrying a peanut. You know, I really didn't care for him until I got to know Mr. Ken Lewis. I bet he has over 200 peanuts. I swear he does. And he just bought more from Deep South Cutlery. You bought this one where?
At Ellerville Knife Show. From that guy right there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a case that has Amen on it. Look at that.
Yep.
Love it,
It's
man.
a yellow
What year is it?
It is 2017.
2017. That smoke, they got it going now somewhere. That smoke, I smell it. Look at that orange right there.
Yeah, just plain old orange composition.
Yes.
One of my latest ones I picked up. I got this at our last meet with Huck. That's
yeah.
Jig Buffalo horn.
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
It's,
Very pretty.
And then this one I picked up. Actually, I picked this one up with this one last week. I bought them together. It's not really a peanut, but it is a puma.
A puma.
It's called a pico.
Pico.
I just saw it and
Yes, sir. Very nice.
it's a pretty rare knife too.
But you'll be seeing them soon, I'm sure. But I'm really starting. There's really starting to grow on me. I'll buy the ones that are got some pretty bone. I'm probably going to keep this one. This might be for sale out there in Wiggins. I don't know yet because it just cleaned up good, guys. It really did. And look at the inside. That thing is clean. See there? I love to clean up a knife, y'all. And getting smudge marks all over it. Let's get all the smudge marks off. This thing cleaned up good now. Look at there. Ain't that beautiful? I sanded everything down. And when you do that to the handles, it makes them look new, guys. It really does. And, believe it or not, there's no pin cracks. A yellow composition knife is hard to find with no pin cracks. They really are. But that's it right there, guys. It turned out good. That's the one I got from the TSA haul I bought from Kentucky. Ain't that cool? Look. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. Wasn't much to it, but I really enjoyed it. I love cleaning up knives, guys, and that thing is a baby doll now. I love that thing right there now. I really do. The more I clean up a knife, whenever I clean up a knife, I get attached to it. I really do. And that thing is nice. Look at the blade. It's full. Didn't even have to put an edge on it. I mean, it's sharp now. I mean, this thing was just carried some, I think. I don't think it was used that much. It was put up wet. You know, you got to keep these blades kind of oiled or they'll tarnish or corrode or rust, whatever you want to call it. There it is right there. Beauty, ain't it? A peanut. Mr. Ken Lewis. He loves them little knives. He's got me into them. My favorite one though is the tiny toothpick. I really like those. Really do. I think that's the most pattern I have of the tiny knives. I really like those little. I started to say peanut, but tiny toothpicks. Let me get you one I found with Mr. D.I. Dave down in Florida. Me and him was down there in Florida. We met and we ate and had a good time. And there's a pawn shop right beside us, and we walked over there. They had knives, and I looked at a lot of them, and they were kind of high, pricey. But see that little bitty one right there? Yes, sir.
Is there you see where that? Yeah, those.
Put that one in that belt now.
Dude, I'll be sorry.
The one that I'm interested in. Put that one.
Yeah, you're not.
They had this one in there, guys. Look at that green bone. Ain't that beautiful? But that's my favorite pattern of a tiny knife. Right there. A little tiny toothpick. For some reason, I like it. I like the blade shape. I like the fact that it's a single blade. And I forgot how much I paid for it. We'll revisit that here in the video, but it is a 90s. Dave, that's a pretty cool place, ain't it?
Yeah, a lot of.
If y'all want to come look at knives, that's the place to be.
A lot of knives.
I bought the little toothpick, $32. It's a 97.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
green
bone.
Yeah, green bone. It's pretty. Pattern. And it's a 97. Right there. It's got 3 little dots down there up under USA. Ain't that cool? That's it right there. And that's my favorite one because I found that with Mr. D.I. Dave. Ain't that awesome? Pretty cool. But Mr. Ken Lewison got me in these little bitty knives, and I'm starting to like the peanut more too. So there it is right there. I might keep this thing because, again, I done got attached to this thing, man. I love it. Man, beautiful. Well, guys, that's going to be it for today. I just want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, I really do. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. Until we meet again, guys, y'all be like a good little peanut knife. Stay sharp. Look at that right there, and what you carrying?
That's a 19.
19, Glock 19. And let me see that one.
And this is called the Lion's Pick.
Is that a Tops? Yes, it
it's
is.
a Tops knife.
Look at there. I love Tops. They have a well-designed
Look
knife.
how thick that knife is.
Yes. Look at that. Made in USA. I love that right there. See how thick? Oh. Man, this thing is...
Made for one thing and one thing only.
Wow. That is amazing, dude. They have some awesome design knives.
They really do.
I love Tops.
Yeah, me too.
And it's made for that.
Yep.
It's made for
That's
concealed
exactly what
carry.
it's for. You see, you never even knew I had that.
I
Look at that
did.
thing right across
I did.
there.
And Dave was trained in the Marine Corps, hand-to-hand combat,
Yes, sir. Yep.
and knife fighting.
Yes.
Hoorah. I love it.